Hey there, welcome. Hey, South Rooted, how are y'all? I knew this was going to be a tricky time, so we'll see if anybody else logs on here in just a minute. Hey, Clueless Homesteaders, how are y'all? So I'm just trying to wait a few minutes to see if anybody shows up. So this is a rough time, and I kind of knew that, but I'm testing it out. Hey, you say hey. I'll go away then. Getting ready for bed. Hey, Kira, how are you? We're just going to give it a few minutes here to see if anybody else pops in. This is Piper, everybody. She's being bashful. Hi, Pirate and Lumberjack. Welcome. Ooh, Kira, pancake sounds good. Kira says hi. We had sloppy joes. We did simple tonight. Ooh, grilled pork chop sounds good. All right, well, welcome. I see a few more people are joining in here. I knew this 6 o'clock was going to be a rough time, but we're testing it out because we're trying to find a time live next week to do a shindig talk. So if you are planning on coming to the Arkansas Shindig, I was hoping that a Tuesday night might work because it was the least amount of conflict on the live schedule. So we're just kind of hanging out here for a minute to see if anybody else jumps on and see how this goes. So how is everybody's spring gardening going? Anybody got any fun things out in the garden yet? Yeah, I'm excited too, Kira. It's going to be some fun times. Half dead radishes and a super trooper kale. That's awesome. Getting ready this weekend. Um, I've got some cabbages out there that are starting to head up. Nothing too crazy, and some Brussels sprouts. So I'm hoping those will take off pretty soon. Hey, Stivers, welcome in. Yeah, this is my first time planting Brussels sprouts in the garden. We eat them. We typically just buy them. Um, and I decided to go ahead and put them in the garden this time to give them a whirl. We'll see how they do. So it's looking like 6 o'clock on a Tuesday is a bit of a rough time, and that's what I was worried about. But it'll be what it'll be. So I guess with that being said, I mean, what time do you guys think a live stream would go over the best? It's just so hard with all the different channels that try to go live to coordinate. But I really want to try to pick the most conducive time to do the Shindig live stream. So I'm trying to figure out when to do that. Yeah, and to coordinate with time zones. That's true too. Because I know like we're Central Standard Time here, but the listings are all in Eastern Time on the small YouTube homesteaders page. Hey, Mama Tried, how are y'all? A Sunday evening or a Friday night? Yeah, that one might be better. Hey, Prior Homestead. That's a good idea, Kira. So I think we might just have to try to do that Sunday. Hey, thanks, Mama Tried. I appreciate it. So it's been a slow growth, but I really haven't pushed it out there too much. Like I haven't been blasting Facebook and all that stuff. So the 200 subs is just by natural growth. So I'm pretty excited about it. So if you're just joining in, we're kind of having a discussion. We've been trying to figure out a good time to do a Shindig live talk. I'm going to be going live on my channel to talk about things to do here in the Central Arkansas area and in all for people who are coming in for the Shindig meetup. So if you're coming for an extended period of time to make a weekend trip out of it, we're going to try to go over some stuff that you can do. So it's sounding like maybe Sunday before Jess and Jeremiah go on, we could go live, and that would probably be good. It'll work great for me. My church doesn't have Sunday night church, so Sunday nights are open for me, so that works out well. Well, one of the things that I said I was going to do on this, since it is hey, we reached 200 plus subs, is do some giveaways. So I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway because there's just a few of y'all in here and might as well just see what we can do, right? So the first thing I've got 3 reference books that I'm giving away. They're reference books that I like. I have them in my gardening library, in my home library, and so I thought that would be kind of fun to see if other people would want them. So what I'm gonna do is I'll kind of like a Two Family Lives show when they spin the wheel. I'm gonna say a number. You type the number into the screen, and then whoever is the commenter on my screen at that number will. So, like if I say, for instance, type 5, the 5th person who types 5 will get the book. So that's about the easiest way I could think of to do it and be fair for everybody. So the first book, and this is Piper. If you're just joining in, that's my daughter Piper, and she's currently enjoying a Capri Sun. All right, step out. So the first book is, it's kind of probably backwards on your screen, sorry, is a fun book for those of you who are trying to do more natural, holistic things in your gardens and homes. This is a good book. It's the Cleaning, Home Remedies, and Other Household Hints, the 100 Uses for Vinegar. It's just a real simple book, but if you're looking for natural ways to use vinegar around your home, to clean, to do all sorts of stuff, this is your go-to book. So this is fun. And so if you're interested in this book, kind of Vanna White it up for you here. Go ahead and type in the number 6. So we're typing in the number 6 if you want to try to win the vinegar book. All right. So if you want the book, hit 6 again. All right, The Pirate and the Lumberjack, you won the book. Congratulations. Oh. So, Pirate and the Lumberjack, if you would just shoot me an email, horticulturegeek@yahoo.com, and tell me your address, and I will pop this book in the mail to you. Sorry, my throat's closing up on me. All right, we had a few people come in here while we were doing that little giveaway. I've got a couple more books to give away just as a fun thank you for getting us to 200 subs. We're over 200 subs. And we've also been talking about potentially I'm doing a Shindig live chat next week, I think. And it's looking like that may be on a Sunday night before Roots and Refuge goes live. So that's kind of what we're into at this point. And then the other thing I'd asked a minute ago was, what do y'all have in your spring gardens? So if you've got a garden going right now, or you've already started working on it, throw out here in the comments what you got going already and what you're looking forward to. Would you get me a pen?
Yes.
And the notepad. Yeah. Oh, what do we do without kids, right? When we forget to prepare ourselves for stuff. Mud. Clueless Homesteaders is growing mud. Got plenty of that here at the Horticulture Geek home. Ooh, got tomatoes and peppers already in the greenhouse. That sounds delicious. All right, the Pryor Homestead, y'all are rocking out over there. Mama Tried's got her brassicas going. Yeah, I've got cabbages and Brussels sprouts already out in the garden going as well. Ooh, the Stivers have goats coming soon. I'm excited to see that. Branscombs has his kids at school starting all kinds of stuff. That sounds fun. You know, I had to go into my kid's school the other day and into the science lab, and they had a grow table set up with this awesome grow light, and it wasn't even turned on, and the plants were looking pretty puny. And I was thinking to myself, well, at least somebody tried, right? Wasn't a good follow through at their school, but I got to give them the try credit. Yeah, I just need one piece. It's fine.
Potato.
Thank you. All right. I'm marking this book so I don't forget who it goes to. Well, why don't we do another? Well, you know what I want to do actually first is while we've got a few people here, is I don't know how many of you follow Liz Zorab over at By Their Farm. But she did. It's probably gonna be hard to see, but I'm gonna kind of show it. No, you can't see it. So Liz did a video today, asking. It's a challenge video, asking people who have gardens to grow extra, so that you can then donate extra to those in need around you. The homeless, food pantries. In her case, it was a group that serves meals for people who don't have families at the holidays. And I just thought that was fantastic. It was a great idea. So if you haven't seen Liz's video yet, I encourage you all to go check it out, and to think about that as you're planting your gardens. Um, I know gleaning is a huge thing here in Arkansas. We have several organizations that do gleaning, but this goes a step above gleaning. This is not just handing over what we can't use. This is actually planting stuff intentionally extra to help those less fortunate. And I just think that's a fantastic idea. So I thought I would mention that tonight. So if that's something that interests you, go check out Liz's video and grow a few extra things this year. That'd be fun. All right, now, sorry, I'm totally lost in the comments here. If anybody has any questions for me along the way, please feel free to put them in all caps, and I'll answer them as best I can. Oh, there's a kid playing around. All right, let's do another book giveaway. Y'all want to? So the next book that I'm going to give away is called Little House in the Suburbs. So if you are very familiar with my channel at all, you'll know that I am in a suburban setting in a regular residential neighborhood. So I do all my gardening here on a regular lot. And that can pose challenges at times. Now, I have currently chosen to devote all my space to the garden. So I don't have chickens. I can, My city has a wonderful ordinance on them. I can have up to 12 chickens in the yard. And I've looked into it. I just currently don't have any. Oh, there's the city stead. So city stead's in the same boat I am. Hang on just a second, everybody. Sorry, I'm back. I had to talk to a child. Um, so, hey, little Jordan Farm, how are y'all? So anyway, as I was saying, so I grow everything here in my regular suburban yard. And I've currently devoted everything to the garden. I am looking at chickens. I just have to kind of allocate some space to that. And we are looking at bees. I honestly may do quail before I do chickens, though, just because they're less space requirements. So, but we'll get there. We'll see. But anyway, the whole point of this is the book I'm giving away. So now, this book is written for those of us who are trying to do suburban homesteading or suburban gardening, but the principles in this book are applicable to everyone. So if you're interested, feel free. So here's the book. It's called Little House in the Suburbs. So it's backyard farming and home skills for self-sufficient living. So you teaches you how to grow your own food, cook meals from scratch, keep bees, chickens, goats. It even tells you how to make skincare and house cleaning products, and some other fun things. So it is just a good book. I don't know if anybody here has this in their library already, but it's a good book. It has good pictures, good illustrations, good examples all through it. And it really is written from people who do suburban homesteading and give practical advice. So I really enjoy this book. So it's good to add to your library. So if you are interested, here's how this works for those of you who are new. I'm just doing a simple drawing style. I'm going to call a number, and everybody type that number into the screen, and then the one who lands on that number on my view, keeping in mind that my chat box may be different than your chat box, but the person who lands on the number on my chat box will win the book. So if you're interested in the Little House in the Suburbs book, please type in the number 8. The number is 8. And you can hit it over multiple times if you need to, if you're really wanting it. All right. Yes, Clueless Homesteaders, you have won the book. So Clueless Homesteaders, please just shoot me an email, horticulture@yahoo.com. Tell me your address, and I will, or P.O. Box, whatever you use, and I will shoot this to you. So it's a good book. If you don't have it already and you didn't win it, go look for it. It is a good book. And I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. All right. So I'm kind of sounding redundant here, but I am going to tell you, because I know a few of you have just joined in. One of the ulterior motives to this live stream tonight was I was trying to figure out a good time to have a live chat, because I am going to go live to talk about the Shindig meetup here in Arkansas, that Jess and Jeremiah at Roots and Refuge Farm and that Ben and Andrea at VW Family Farms are hosting. So they are hosting that event. They're taking care of it. So, but what I'm going to be going live to talk about is for those of you who are wanting to come to Arkansas and make it like a full weekend trip, and you're going to be looking for other things to do, we're going to be talking about everything there is to do here in Central Arkansas. So we're going to talk about, y'all. I'm so sorry, I'm coughing. There's something in my throat. So that we're going to talk about stuff in the Central Arkansas area here, because the Shindig meetup is in White County at the White County Fairgrounds, which is in Central Arkansas, which is not very far from Little Rock. There's lots of stuff to do in Little Rock. But we're also going to talk about stuff to do in the state as a whole for those of you more adventurous travelers who want to get out and about. So it's looking like Tuesday nights, not the best time to do a live chat. So I think right now we are going under Sunday night. I think Sunday night is going to work for us. But what I'll do is keep watch on my channel, either my YouTube channel or my Facebook channel, and also the Small YouTube Homesteaders channel. If you're a member of the Small YouTube Homesteaders channel, I'll be posting notices in all three places. Ben and Andrea are also going to put a notice on their page, and Jess and Jeremiah are also going to say something about it on there. I just have to hammer down the date and tell them. But y'all be on the lookout for that, and you feel free to spread the word too. So if you're coming to that conference, and if that meetup, and if you know others that are coming, feel free to spread the word and let them know that we'll be going live here at Horticulture Geek. And I can't make promises, but I'm hoping to have a special guest join me for that live chat. So I don't know if the schedule will allow it for her, but I'm hoping it does, because I think it's going to be really fun if we can coordinate it. So there may be a guest joining us here at Horticulture Geek to talk about the Shindig. Prior homestead, I have been gardening for, not like hardcore gardening, but I've been gardening for over 20 years. I actually have a horticulture degree from Clemson University in South Carolina. I grew up on a family homestead. We raised beef cattle. We had a huge in-ground garden, and we had a small food forest that I grew up on. And we've also done goats, and there's chickens there now. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff there now. So I've really been working in gardening and doing that my whole life. But then I went and got my horticulture degree in college. And then just life took me away from that field as a profession. I met my wife. We moved around the country a few times chasing jobs. And so I wasn't able to garden much until we really got into the house we live in now. So I've really been gardening a lot for on my own for the past 6 years here in this property. And I will grow. My garden is a potager garden, so it's combo of ornamentals and vegetables, everything kind of smattered together, mixed in. But I do grow lots of stuff: tomatoes, peppers, cabbages, Brussels sprouts, beans, peas, corn, okra. I mean, you name it. If I can find a space to squeeze it in out there, it gets squeezed in. This year, I've actually upgraded the gardens. I've put in 3 new raised beds, one of which has already been planted up. I showed that on a video. So it's my brand new potato, onion, and garlic bed. So I've got those going. And then the other 2 are one of them is going to take my peppers and tomatoes, and the third one is going to take melons and pumpkins. So we're going to start growing some melons and pumpkins here, hopefully. So hopefully that was a long answer to your question, but hopefully it got you. Yeah, there's a lot to do. around here, clueless homesteaders. There's a ton to do. It surprises a lot of people how much there is here to do, especially if you are into nature and nature-based adventures, hiking, backpacking, canoeing, camping. Arkansas is the natural state. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of acres in national parks, National Forestry Service parks, and state park lands, and then even conservation lands, and the beautiful waterfalls. I mean, all sorts of stuff. It's just crazy. But then there's other normal stuff to do too around town. So there's a ton of stuff to do here. Well, I think we might as well go ahead and do this last book because we've already been on for 30 minutes. And Tammy says it looks a lot like Tennessee. Yeah, very similar. Because I know a lot of you like to go to Two Families Tech Tuesday talk, and so I said we would be done by that time. So let's go ahead and do the last book giveaway, which is just a hey, thanks for helping us reach 200 plus subs. So, and this one obviously comes right back to my gardening heart. So it is called Fast and Fresh Garden Edibles. So quick crops for small spaces. Again, kind of my theme here, but it's an awesome. If you have 1,000 acres or 800 like VW Family Farms, you know, it's still a good book. It still gives you good core information when you are growing vegetables. So, and the reason I really like this book is it does a good job of breaking it down. Like it tells you which plants are super fast growers, faster than average growers, or maybe slow growers, but worth the wait. So if you're looking to do some market gardening or just how to better use your space to get that quick stuff going while you're waiting on some of your other stuff, this book does a good job of telling you that and helping you plan your garden for the year. So it's a good resource, even if you don't win it. If you want it, go look for it. It's by Jane Courtier, however you pronounce that. So let's see. If you are interested in picking up the Garden Edibles book, type in the number 9. We'll go with 9. All right, Citystead. Let me double check. Yep, Citystead took it. So congratulations, Citystead. So Citystead, all you have to do is email me, horticulturegeek@yahoo.com, and I will pop this book in the mail to you. Just tell me your address, wherever you want me to send it to, and I'll shoot it over there to you. So congratulations. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the comments trying to read them. Well, guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight and hanging out with me for a few minutes. Like I said, be on the lookout for the Shindig Live. I'll do my best to advertise it. And like I said, if you are interested in letting others know about it, please feel free, especially if you're on the small YouTube homesteaders page. It's easy to tag people on that since it's Facebook based. You can just tag people in that and let them know. This is not about me trying to grow my channel. You know, that might be a positive side effect, I'm just being honest, but it's not about that. So it's just about literally trying to take a little bit off of Jess and Jeremiah's plate and Andrea and Ben's plate and make sure that everybody coming here has a great time for the shindig. So if you, like I said, let people know about it and I'll do my best. The small YouTube homesteaders page is a Facebook page, Branscombe Farm. And what you do is you just go on Facebook and you type in small YouTube homesteaders and you have to request membership. And then Sherry at Two Family Homestead will actually approve you to join in. So it's a very phenomenal group. If you are a homesteader, a YouTube content creator, gardening, homesteading, please join that group. It is a wonderful community, very supportive. We all kind of post our stuff that's going on in that group and help each other out and give each other ideas and help keep track of collaboration videos and all sorts of fun stuff. So it's a good group to be in. Thank you, Pirate and the Lumberjack. I'm glad you made it in. So if anybody has any questions, feel free. I mean, we're just going to probably wrap this up because again, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has joined our channel. If you haven't joined our channel, please feel free to do so. I would love for you to do that. I'm pretty much a once a week poster if I can get to it. I do have a full-time job and so does my wife. And then with kids' activities, it's kind of hard sometimes, but we do our best. So, oh, thank you, Kira. So yeah, go show some love to my mods. That Everyday Kira was in here, and the Stivers Homestead was in here. So those are my mods. It's really impossible to do these without moderators just to help because you never know when those nasty garden trolls will pop in and try to wreak havoc on a live chat. So, all righty. I think with that, we're just going to go ahead and wrap this up. So again, thanks you for so much for joining me tonight. And yeah, for those 3 of you that got those books, congratulations. I'm glad you got them. Don't forget to shoot me your addresses and I will pop these into the mail to you. But until next time, when we meet again to talk about shindig. Oh, there's Piper. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great night.